Hey guys, it's Angelo Christian with another great edition of Real Estate Insider, and today we're actually be talking about locking down your credit, freezing your credit. It's a huge important topic to talk about, especially when you're trying to buy a house or buy a car or get financing. And there's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now with credit hacking, fraud. You saw the thing with the Equifax breach this past year in 2018, and you have to be really careful with your credit because, you know, let's face it, if you're trying to get financing for something and your credit's been hacked and your credit score is in the dumps or in the tank now, you're not going to be able to get a loan, or you're going to get jacked on paying really high interest. And not just to mention that you want to be keeping tabs on your credit. So there's a few things I'm going to walk you through so that way you can stay disciplined with your credit, keep an eye on. Even me personally, I've gotten recent inquiries on my credit monitoring where somebody, a company, actually illegally pulled my credit and put a credit inquiry on me on Equifax. I never authorized the actual credit inquiry, so I had to get that removed and disputed off my credit because that extra inquiry is going to lower my credit score, especially if they wrongfully did it and I didn't authorize it. So there's certain steps and measures that you want to take with your credit, with freezing it, having credit. One of the agencies that I recommend is LifeLock, a really great company to use. And so we're going to talk about a couple things because I talk to thousands of people every single year and they have no idea about their credit, how to monitor it, what to do, where to go. So we're going to kind of break all that down for you today so you can have a better understanding. The first thing is you want to be monitoring your credit. All right, and so you can go to annualcreditreport.com. You'll see it up here on the website. It's called annualcreditreport.com, and you want to be able to check and see what's actually reporting on your credit. All right, and you can use this company. You can also pay. It's a free government-sponsored website that you can actually check your credit report. It doesn't give you the scores unless you pay for the credit scores. I recommend paying for the credit scores. You want to pay for all three of them: Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian, and check all three just to make sure the information is reporting right. Like your name, is it spelled correctly? Are the addresses correct where it's showing? Are the way that the creditors are, the way they're reporting, is that information correct? You need to check all this stuff to make sure that it's reporting correctly. So please be sure you go to annualcreditreport.com, and then you can use different companies to actually monitor your credit. You can do it through Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. They do credit monitoring, and you can have your credit be monitored for any new activity that actually comes up on your credit account. We'll go through some of this. I'll show you on some of the websites that we use. You can actually have your credit monitored. You want to have that done so that way if you're getting notifications, they're sent to you by text or email on what's going on with your credit. Hey, someone just pulled my credit. Oh, who pulled my credit? I didn't give authorization to that. Or, you know, a creditor just reported recent activity on your credit, right? And you want to make sure, did they report the right information? I can't tell you how many thousands of people I've seen their credit report and it's not reporting the right information on their credit report. It shows that they were late or was in collection or was in charge-off status, and they never even had that report. It was wrongfully reporting or had the wrong person, or if there was a junior or a senior, right? And because the father had a bankruptcy, then it passed on to the son. I've seen that thousands of times. So you have to be monitoring your credit, you know, and again, you can go right through Experian, TransUnion, or Equifax. There's also credit monitoring services that you can use. LifeLock is a really good one that I recommend. It's actually with Norton Antivirus. This is the website right here. And you can actually lock down your credit. And this is I'll kind of scroll through the website. You can kind of check it out. It's by Norton, and you can give them a call to 1-800-416-0599, and you can set up a membership there. Basically, they lock down your credit so that not anyone can just pull your credit report automatically. That's the second step. Once you have the monitoring, go ahead and reach out to LifeLock, or you can reach out to the credit bureaus directly, which is Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. And we'll show you the websites right here where you can actually freeze your credit, so then that way no one can just pull your credit on their own right. It'll actually be frozen. I like LifeLock. I have LifeLock and I recommend them. So it basically shows that here that when you're with LifeLock, how you're protected, and then that way you have no unauthorized changes to your credit or someone pulling your social without your permission, right? And it explains how it works. They scan, they alert, and they can also resolve issues too. If you, I don't know if you know anyone that's been a victim of identity theft. It is not fun, guys. Thank God that's never happened to me, but I've talked to people that they have been a victim of it, and it's a pain in the ass. All right, it's probably one of the worst things you could probably encounter is having your identity stolen, and you don't want to have to deal with that. So LifeLock is great. You know, they also have a $1 million protection package. They got over 9,000 plus positive reviews. You can watch some of the videos here. They have a 60-day money-back guarantee. I didn't get no money or anything to endorse this company. I'm just telling you you need something like this to lock down your credit. And you can also contact the credit bureaus directly. A freeze is not the same thing as a lock, but you can have Experian, TransUnion, Equifax, you know, freeze your credit, and you should do that too. But that's just something that I think that I highly recommend, because, you know, the thing is that I can't tell you how many times I come into contact with people and they're like, oh, I'm a victim of identity theft, and that's why I have, you know, $50,000 in student loans on my credit report. And when you're buying a house from a bank, they don't care. Okay, if you have that on your credit, it's your responsibility. You have to deal with it. And if that drops your credit score to a 500, you're not going to be able to get a house. All right, or you're going to have to pay a really high interest rate. So that's the reasoning behind why you want to have a freeze on your credit and then do a lockdown to make sure that you're proactive as opposed to reactive. And that way you're ahead of it and you're taking care of your credit to make sure that there are no issues. And that's what this whole Equifax data breach, this article that I posted up here, is saying that you know, when you lock down your credit, it is somewhat of a hassle, because yeah, you have to, anytime that you do want to apply for something, you have to unfreeze your credit. But the other side of it is that you don't want to have, you know, your identity stolen by a data breach. Right, and now someone in India or Africa is buying, you know, cars and houses under your name and some crap like that. So, you know, or wherever, it doesn't matter where it's at. The bottom line is that, and I recommend it. We'll have this article posted on the website. The link, you'll be able to see it here. And basically it's saying that, hey man, over 200,000 people had their credit hacked through Equifax, and that's a scary thing. And you may be someone that's watching this video today, and you could have been one of those people, and you had to know you dealt with a lot of shit with it, and it's not cool. So I definitely recommend that, you know, that you, again, first step takeaway is check your credit, annualcreditreport.com. So make sure everything's reported on there correctly. If it's not, get it fixed with all three bureaus: Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. Get LifeLock. Put a freeze on your credit. All right. Don't be a victim. Don't be reactive. Be proactive and take care of your credit. So then that way you can get the best loan terms. You can get a lower interest rate. You can have a high credit score, because you don't want to come and you know, cry to a lender about why you know, your credit score is bad because someone hacked your credit, and that's why you're not being able to get approved to buy your house. So that's the whole basis behind this video, is to come out and educate you on how to take care of your credit and make sure that you're locking it down, so then that way you can have a very good credit score, so you can get the things that you want in your life, i.e. cars, house, credit cards, loans, whatever. So if you guys don't know who I am, I'm Angelo Christian, branch manager here. We're a nationwide lender. We help people to buy a house, refinance, you know, basically whatever you need with real estate, we can help you to get you pre-approved to buy your home. We do 3 great shows, podcast here. This is a Real Estate Insider. We also do Learning Hub and Influencers. We work really hard to produce great content to educate you out there, to teach you how to buy, invest in real estate, how to take care of your credit, you know, and everything to do with real estate investing. So we're really glad that you guys are watching the show. Please share this with all your friends and family. If you have any comments, leave them on the chat below. We'd love to hear from you guys. Please follow us on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and obviously YouTube, which is my favorite. So if you love YouTube videos, I love YouTube videos. We work really hard to produce great, awesome content with solid takeaways, not just wasted rambling. We want you guys to get educated, learn, so that way you can improve and have a better life. Thank you so much for checking us out with Real Estate Insider. We'll be back again next week with another great show. Take care and peace out.